Well, we started off this week quite hot. 99 on Sunday, 100 degrees yesterday. Today is the day the cold front comes through, but it hasn't come through just yet, so we're at 98. Oh, yeah, this is certainly one way to handle our fall weather, but you know what? Hey, notice all the cloud cover forming south of Midland? Well, that's actually the cloud cover associated with the cold front and those pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Most of them right now, they're staying far south of Interstate 20, meaning that the front technically has already passed, but we haven't gotten the winds associated with that front. So we haven't cooled down. That's why we're still in those upper 90s. I am keeping an eye on some of these storms because they're certainly starting to kick up in terms of strength, which tells me first off that this cold front is actually going to be strong. But it also means you want to be watching out for any kind of localized impacts. Marathon right now, a couple of those showers, thunderstorms. This one cell in particular, it's something to watch, essentially. There's no special weather statement, no severe warnings, but a lot of lightning, maybe some small hail, maybe even some small wind gusts. Now, the bigger threat is going to be tonight, because I'm looking at this severe risk, not including anything along the I-10 corridor. This stuff is going to be popping up during those overnight hours. So what am I watching? About 40% coverage, 67 degrees, and chance of those showers, thunderstorms. Northerly winds kick in. That's bringing our temperatures back down to something a little bit more reasonable rather than these mid 70s we've been noticing. But do expect isolated storms on that early morning commute. By the afternoon, it starts to calm down. It's going to be a lot cooler, but that cloud cover, it's still going to be lingering around. So let's break down that future track. All this stuff moves out into the Concho Valley by around 10 o'clock tonight. Fantastic. Let's watch what's going on in New Mexico, though, because that stuff moves its way into the basin. This is about 3 a.m. Certainly one cell on top of Howard County, another cell on top of Ector County, and then it really starts to amplify itself with higher severe risk for San Angelo, Abilene, Brownwood. And this is around 7 a.m. An isolated thunderstorm can't be ruled out for the Permian Basin. And then even around 10 a.m., okay, kind of moving farther and farther south into Crockett County by 5, and then we are clear. Okay, and there's no severe risk for Wednesday, so that's pretty nice. Thursday, plenty of sunshine, no worries whatsoever. So if we do see rain, how much can we actually see? Well, the models are actually in solid agreement this time around. They're not showing 2 to 3 inches, they're showing a little less than half an inch. Very reasonable, and that's exactly what I expect. But here's the payoff. Boom! 80 degrees. All right, I love it. It heats back up afterwards. We drop slightly again with a smaller system, but you know what? We kind of steady out, go on this nice little plateau. Very reasonable temperatures, I guess you could say. I kind of want to get away from the 90s, though. That's just me, Crystal.
All right, sounds